to me, it reminds me a little bit of like the movies I loved as a kid, which were like movies that tackled kind of complex emotional themes, but still, never sacrificed on comedy. They're still really funny, big movies, but still kind of leave you feeling like moved and emotional. So I think that's what makes this movie really special. I learned so much from Cailey. You learn a lot from younger actors too, because they have no affectation. They're sort of new and honest and great. So I loved it. I loved working with Steve Carell. He's one of the greatest actors of any generation.
It's the best. John is the nicest guy. He's a great director. Motorcycle going by, but that's okay. We're gonna push through it. It was great. Great fun. We always had fun on The Office, and we had just as much fun doing this.
It was amazing. Here's the truth. I know I'm never going to have a better cast than this, ever, no matter what movie I do after this. They all jumped on board. I've never had faster yeses before, but they all did it because they said they believed in the movie. They believed in this idea of reaching your inner child, but also putting good out in the world.
Yeah, I had about 10 rounds of auditioning, Yeah, I had about 10 rounds of auditioning to play the unicorn. I was sort of like, I'll do anything, I'll do catering, whatever you need, but eventually I got the part, so I'm pretty stoked about it.
I loved working with John. I think he is an actual superhero in real life. He might just be my if. I'm not sure if he's real. He literally, I don't know. I think he's just one of the best. He's the best to me, and he put his heart and soul into this project, and I think it really shows. And I'm just lucky to know him.
John Krasinski came to me and said, I have written this role for you, and I want you and Phoebe Waller-Bridge to be in it because we were the Londoners. And I said, well, what's the film about? And as he described it, we just melted and became completely entranced by the pleasure of the imagination. Because the one thing that actors have is this unqualifiable, untaxable, unget-atable, unstealable tool. In fact, everybody has it. That's what the film's about, that we all have imagination, which is our free space to be who we want to be. So I was all in.
So completely honored. Everyone was so impressive. Fiona Shaw was so sweet. Cailey was so sweet. Everyone was really phenomenal to work with.
It feels wonderful. I think since I became a mom, I see far more family movies than I do my age movies. I love being able to share movies with my family, and I just think family movies have become the best movies because everyone can enjoy them, and there's nothing better than going to the movies together.
I've worked with John a lot over the course of my career, and I know him really well because he's a very good friend of mine. But this movie has so much of him in it. It's got just a beautiful message and so much love and joy, and I think this is more him than anything he's ever done. So it was a pleasure working with him, a pleasure watching him do it. I came in sort of towards the end, and I'd been hearing about the movie for 3 or 4 years by the time I came in to do the voice that I did in the movie. So it was nice to finally get to see some of what I'd been hearing about.
He's almost like an if. He makes people happy, he makes the room better. He knows everything that he's supposed to be doing. He wrote it, directed, acted in it beautifully. He knows everything, and he likes to just keep it light and fun, and he was amazing.
John Krasinski is such a great creative spirit and artist to work with. I've worked with him before, and he just gives you complete freedom and a sense of play, and there's no wrong, and the sky's the limit. So, we got to play around and kick it around, and in fact, I came up with, once he educated me about the character and how he came to be and what he was about, sort of, kinda. I blurted out cloak and dagger. That was kind of, the signature thing that, came out of this collaboration with John. So, yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Such an honor to be a part of it. I think when I first got the call from John, it just sounded like such a cool premise and such a cool story. And it was really fun, recording with him. So I'm excited to meet some of the cast tonight.
It was fun filming. I play a guy named Jeremy who's having a really bad day and could probably use a visit from his imaginary friend when he was a kid. And maybe that happens. We'll see.
I feel like If would be like a very good movie to see with family and friends because it's just a very heartfelt and touching movie, and it's really funny too.